of the wrath and the sadness. You would need an atlas to match where I'm at. The fat cat put a nerdcore rap back on the map, that's Yazik. Weaving that underwater basket, rap till I'm wrapped in a casket. Snapping I'm back on the track like I'm Matt Foley. Stay blown like a fiberglass gasket. Gassed up, I'm a maniacal minotaur. Try to hit me with your best shot, Matt Minotaur. Try to get me on that guest spot, but I stay in the lab, and that's where I'ma be until they put me up on the slab. It's magic. Alignment is just a part of the process, and lately I've been making some progress. I'm finding the defining the balance of good and evil, and people is nearly an impossible conquest. Regardless, stay CG, only way I know how to be. When I combine my char with OTIC, an outlaw like I'm Robin H-double-O-D. I made it through the rubble, now they got trouble with me. Life is short, do with it as you please. You're the only person that you ever have to appease, or search your weaponry by stepping in DSDs. But you gotta know that nobody gets any guarantees. Seize opportunity, embrace your development, replacing the elements, erasing irrelevance, facing the blatant display of decay and our elegance. Merrick was a man, not an elephant. Sell him on the merit of the self-reflection, minimizing any malevolent misdirection, keeping them at a downright distant disconnection. An example of natural selection. And I might be slightly erratic, ghost in the shell, I'm a light in the attic, and I'm quite the dramatic, a minute for the attention, ready to ascend and transcend dimensions. Alignment is just a part of the process, and lately I've been making some progress. I'm finding the defining the balance of good and evil, and people is nearly an impossible.
The following presentation may and most likely will contain strong adult language, graphic depictions of excessive violence, possibly sexual themes, and other scary stuff which may be disturbing for some audience. Viewer discretion is advised. Welcome back to the Bard's Playhouse presents Tales from the Shadow Valley, episode 35, Circus Justice. Thank you so much for joining us. Now let's bring in our wonderful cast. We have Jake as Dirge Mountainhoof.
Howdy, everyone. Good to be back.
Ash as Queen Danny.
Hey guys.
Shane as Umbromancer Zavid.
Hello.
And Abe as Sir Demirius, Saren Ray's Grief. As always, I'm Lumbee Bronzearm and will be your DM for today. Last time, Lux Et Umbra set out in chase of Thunder's murderer, a halfling named Nemmia. Their only clue to her whereabouts or plan was a map of the town of Aberton, with a marking at a mill and an orchard. Realizing they could cover more ground if they split up, Khan, Zavid, and Demirius went to check out the orchard first. Demirius found some boar tracks, but Zavid's sharp eye spotted the corpse of a gnome, stuck beneath a makeshift log bridge. The gnome seemed to have died of a gore wound to the chest, but the placement seemed strange. The group managed to calm the mother boar who was protecting her babies, and found a hunter's blind with a clue, a clasp with the holy symbol of Gozre. Dirge and Danny galloped to the mill with magically infused swiftness. Surging around the mill, a huge fungal spider attacked them, but was swiftly crushed by Danny, Dirge, and Arwen's foot. The mill was empty, save a knocked-over wardrobe in the main bedroom. Upon picking up the wardrobe, an air mephit flitted away and out of the mill. Dirge's keen eye and tracking skills allowed him to follow the mephit back to a barn, and with a quick interrogation with Danny's Draxi, let them know that Nemmia was inside. Lux Et Umbra snuck around the outside at either end of the bar and simultaneously sprung their attack. But Nemmia was not unprepared. Cinder rats, shock rats, and frost rats sprung into action the moment the doors opened. Khan was hurled above the fray to draw first blood against Nemmia, but Nemmia transformed herself into a fire elemental and nearly killed Khan in turn. With steel, magic, and teamwork, Lux Et Umbra was able to put down the elemental rats and took Nemmia alive, if only barely. And that's where we're coming in today, with our heroes surrounding the unconscious, tied-up halfling Nemmia, and she is unconscious on the floor, tied up with Zavid's ropes, I believe, or the manacles that you got from Mordain the Magician.
Make sure she's disarmed. Any spellcasting components or focuses, any daggers, the hidden knife in her boots, whatever. Get rid of it. I don't want her to be able to
Yes, that is absolutely. Let me find what she has on her, actually, because I have stats for that. She has a staff, I know that much, and a holy symbol of Gozre. I know those two off the top of my head. She also has a sickle, which is a small hand sickle, the staff, she's got some armor. And then one dagger in her boot, actually.
I knew it. Always check the boot. Always check the boot.
Always check the boot. And just for reference, this is what Nemmia looks like.
Wait, she's a halfling. She ain't wearing boots. Come on.
Oh, that's right. It's in her the side of her pant. That's
okay.
Right.
She got leg warmers.
Leg warmers. Yeah. Tucked into the fur of her feet. I love that. Yes, but she's also does have a holy symbol of Gozray around her neck.
The Gozray is the primal nature goddess, right?
They're a goddess. They're a kind of not agender, gender fluid. There's sort of a half torrent, half waves, male, female. But yes, it's very primal druidy, very much not hippie druids.
And did they mention a name? I remember they said some sort of name before they went down.
Yes. Nemmia said, "You will never stop Ilkana." And Khan knew from stories and fairy tales that Ilkana is, I came up with a good analogy since the last time we met. Ilkana is kind of like Bloody Mary. A little a ghost story for little kids. Oh, don't wander into the mountains or Ilkana will get you. Don't say Bloody Mary into the bathroom mirror or Bloody Mary will get you. It's that sort of story. But that's what she said, is that you will never stop Ilkana.
Okay.
I sadly don't really have a direction to go with that, though.
We are interrogating her, correct?
We're gonna.
Yes, she's currently unconscious, but yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's
Zavid, do you want me to heal her?
No. Let's search the area in case she has any traps, secrets hidden around. We need to make sure that anything that she tries to pull to escape fails.
I think it might be.
So I would like to.
If we also talk about what we're going to ask her first, so it doesn't seem like that we're also scrambling around trying to figure out what the fuck we're doing.
Yes. Agreed. We should have a list of questions prepared for her. She'll be fine in the meantime. And I'd like to search around this building for any sort of basically, if there's a pile of hay, I want to see what's in the pile of hay. Are there any trapdoors? Are there any loose floorboards that have something under them? Like, I want to see if she's got any sort of stashes hidden around here.
Yes, I should have had that prepared. Let me see here.
Yeah. Definitely give him a hand on that.
Mm-hmm. So go ahead and give me a perception check in the tower.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. That's right. I remember.
There we go.
Thank you much. Okay. Demirius, you and Zavid are walking around this barn, and you notice that there are ladders on the northeast and the southwestern corner, which kind of struck your eye, Demirius, and you went upstairs. And you notice, I don't have a map for it, but there's a small loft above this area where the the stalls are. This is a cow barn. Now that the fighting is ended, I can tell you that each of those stalls are for cows. But in the loft area, you pop your head up and you see 3 people bound and gagged sitting on the floor up against the wall.
Somebody's been busy.
Yeah. As soon as I see that, I'll run over to him and check on him and give a whistle and tell everyone else what's up here.
Okay, so you run over to them, and there's an older man, not old, but an adult man, a woman, and a small, like a daughter, a younger daughter. You untie them, ungag them, and they say, "Oh, thank you so much. Did you take care of Nemmia? She has so much magic, and so many rats. What is going on?"
Yeah, calm down. We took care of Nemmia. We got her bound downstairs. Is
my goodness!
this your farm?
Thank you.
Who are you?
What? No, we are. Excuse me. My name is Do I have it here? Sorry. My name is Jeremiah Houghton. This is my wife, Sarah, and our daughter, Emma. We are the Millers here in Abberton. Nemmia, she came with strange creatures and spiders and these rats, so many rats. They took us from our homes and tied us here. We've been here for days. Thank you so much for coming. We thought we were goners.
Yeah. Is anyone injured? Is everyone okay other than being tied down?
Well,
Were you able to be kept fed?
We are a little hungry, but we were not harmed. However, and at this, Zavid, would you have gone up to Demirius with him at this point, or are you still looking around separately?
I think if it's hostages, I'd trust Demirius to handle it. I would keep looking around.
Okay.
Like
Then I'm going
bones,
to
no
pop
bones?
over
Okay.
to Shane. Yeah, I'm going to pop over to Shane because these are pretty much going to happen simultaneously. So Shane, since Demirius seems to have everything taken care of on the top floor, you're looking down at the bottom floor. As you said, you wanted to look in the bales of hay, you want to look in the stalls, that kind of thing. So you are looking around and you find in the southeastern stall, there's like 3 big squares there. There's where Arwen is.
Mm-hmm.
You find in the southernmost one 2 weird piles of clothes on the floor and some kind of, I don't know, it looks like some kind of a rubber mask or something sitting in this pile of clothes, at least from this distance. It's weird.
I'm going to detect magic.
Other than the stuff you're aware of and the stuff on the Nemmia's staff, that's magical. You do sense 2 mild things of magic. And from here you can see that the clothes do have the same clasps as Nemmia, and that's what you're picking up is 2 clasps of Gozre, so holy symbols of Gozre.
Okay. Can I read aura on those and see what identify what this is?
Yes, they are minor abjuration.
Okay.
Very minor. It's very minor.
I'll take a closer look and see if I can examine what the purpose of these rubber masks were.
What is your medicine DC? Or no, just give me a medicine check, and it can be public if you'd like. You know exactly what this is now that you've gotten a little closer. Oh crap, what are they? Yes. Yes, crap. What are they? I have to find the names of these things really fast. I apologize. I thought it had it. Well, I'll at least explain what they are. What you realize is that these are empty skins, human skins, sitting in a pile of clothes, 2 of them. Whatever this, these were people at one point. Something removed the skin from the bodies of 2 people. And I'm going to cut back to Demirius and the Hoftons. Jeremiah Houghton says to you, there were 2 people who came from. We tried to listen to their conversation, but they spoke the strangest language. They went in and out of common, but we could hear that they were from the Hermitage to the east, the Hermitage of Blessed Lightning. We don't know why they would ever come here to harm any of us. They have always been a peaceful people.
You said there was 2, Nemmia and
There were 2, yes.
Did you
No,
happen to catch-
beyond Nemmia. She had
Oh,
2
there's 2 more.
2 people visit here from what we assume is the Hermitage. But yes, Nemmia. And then once they had a conversation, we had the most ear-piercing screams coming from beneath us. I fear none of us have slept much since. Those piercing screams have haunted our dreams.
I don't know why I have a feeling that we might find out what happened to them. Well,
Please, just be careful. We don't know what's been going on with them. There was such terror in their eyes when they took us from our home. The creatures they had were demonic, terrifying. I've never seen such things.
demonic. What do you mean by that?
Things with horns, dripping blood. Creatures I'd only heard of in tales to scare children. If my daughter had told me any of these things without my having seen it, I would have thought it was a fever dream.
Is this kind of sounding like that traveler or the hitchhiker that we fought?
Not quite. That was more of a possession thing where it used the bodies like a puppet for a little while. It didn't really remove it didn't flay anything.
Sorry for
good guess though.
Yeah, I was just curious.
No, that was a while ago. So
Yeah. Well, it's probably best that you and your family get home safely. Are you able to do that on your own?
I believe so. Yes, we can. We should be able to get back to our mill with little effort. Thank you all so much for everything that you've done for our family and this town. She's crazy. We don't know what would have come over these druids, but they are a peaceful people.
You said they're from
Please
the
be
east.
careful. They are. Yes, the east, near the coast. There is an outy cliff outcropping. It's a very dangerous trek. If you go there, please be careful. They usually do not come to us for anything more than grain. They trade their trinkets that they craft for grain here, and we do not see much of them.
Before I let you go, so is Nemmia part of this druid group?
Oh yes. Yes, she used to be one of the traders who would come down from the cliff sides to gain grain from to do trading with us. I do not know what has happened to her. She became obsessed with these rats and these other powers, and she's lost her mind, I'm afraid.
Well, if you say there's some sort of demonic influence, perhaps that may be something that relates to this. Well, please get out of here. We'll take care of it.
Demarius, before
Thank
they
you.
go, do they know exactly where that village is?
The druid village?
Yeah. If it was part of the
yes,
town, if one person was tainted like that, it might be going deeper down to the roots, don't you think?
That's a good point.
At this point, I would like to come upstairs with the skins in hand, like, look what I found! In front of everybody.
I'll see you try to block their view. That should further traumatize these people.
Those skins.
Oh, they're all wiggly.
Do you think if we wore these along with the clothes, when Nemmia wakes up, she might believe that they're still alive?
I'm not putting that thing on.
Ooh, can we animate dead it?
I need to rest and get the new spells, but I think so. I could also speak with dead, but again, I have to rest to do that. We could talk to the skin, and then I start puppeteering, hello, I'm part of a cult.
That is the most ridiculous thing I have ever seen, and I will see it later on in my next episode.
Can we wait for this, please?
I did not see that you had friends here.
Yeah.
Do you know what happened to their the insides of the skins? You know, the fleshy, bloody parts, because those aren't. I can't find those.
They were bound and gagged upstairs. They probably did. All they heard was screaming. So.
Oh, there's still some chunks in it.
No. Please.
There's this point where Danny wants to say something, and she's like,
I look at the people and I go, listen, you are very lucky to be alive. We are very grizzled adventurers, professionals. We have a laugh from time to time with these types of things. We see it all the time. I understand that this could be very shocking for you. Please cooperate with Demarius. He is probably one of the kindest people that you will ever meet. and it will help you in any way that he can. I'm going to take these skins, and then I go downstairs.
Oh God, I don't know what he's gonna do with that.
So that was a Avid.
Zavid, let me see, let me see, let me see.
Oh,
I toss you. Are they like a male and a female? Because I'll toss you the lady skin if there's a
Sure,
woman's
yeah.
skin.
It's one of each, yes. But they're both human.
And I'm gonna see like how easy it would be to like try to get in, and I'm like, I think I'd have to go in through the butt.
Acrobatics check? You've got that.
Oh god, it's
that
like a reverse
squeeze
Ace
key.
Ventura.
I am going to go into one of the stalls so no one can see for privacy because I'm modest, and I'm going to squeeze. I'm going to use the squeeze action to get into a skin, and try to wear this man's skin like some sort of cryptid. And if that works,
I'm just like ushering these people out of the barn as fast as I can.
I'm going to put on the man's
You're staring
clothes,
at me,
and then
what
I
the-
want to like stand as the man when Nemmia wakes up and be like, I thought you could get rid of me.
Oh my god, give me an acrobatics
Bless.
check.
Okay. Let's see, acrobatics.
Yes.
Do I
you
do
are-
it?
This was a rather large druid, kind of a muscly guy in life. So, it's a bit more stretched out than skinny, gumbly little you. So with relative ease, you're able to get in there, and it's unpleasant feeling. It's kind of sticky. You can smell it for sure, but you've smelled worse coming from where you came from.
What in
but
the
yeah, you're able-
Buffalo Bill is happening?
It's kind of like if a boy were wearing his older brother's diving suit.
I'm
Does that
gonna
give you
warning.
kind of an idea?
yeah. So I'll take like I got trap stuff. So what I'll do is once I'm wearing it, I'll do like things like clamps or whatever to pinch the skin on the back, so that it fits me more like.
There's nothing
So
worse than
basically,
your
the
skin
back's
suit is
gonna
loose.
look like a mess, but the front should look pretty okay. And I basically, kind of pinch the skin
Like
so
that
it,
Homer
it
Simpson
fits.
meme.
Kind of like that, yeah.
Can
and then I'll
Danny
put on the
assist him in
clothes.
any?
I've got the door, a little latch on the door.
I could just imagine he's walking out, but like I could see your mouth doesn't match up with his.
And as she says that, Zavid, give me a religion check real quick in the tower.
Sure.
As she says your mouth doesn't match up with his. Is that thank you, Danny. That was perfect. I needed that. That's enough. Okay, as she says your mouth doesn't match up with his, it hits you what did this. You realize that this is a Vermlek demon, or at least it was the work of a Vermlek demon, which is I'll just show you. It's a type of demon that burrows into someone through their mouth, slowly eats them from the inside, controlling their skin like a puppet. And eventually bursts from their mouth. Once she says that about the mouths, you realize that she's right. The mouth is kind of big like this, and this is the work of Vermlek demons.
Hey, Danny, what's the symptoms of having a Vermlek in you?
I don't know what that is. Wait, is that me or is that Zavid that knows that?
Oh, Zavid
I
knows
would
that.
know it.
Oh, Zavid.
When I realized this, I'm like, oh, and I tell everybody wearing the guy's skin, they're like, I have an idea. We set Nemmia up in a dark corner. All of us are gone, and I'll just be standing wearing this skin. And it'll be dark. As far as she knows, someone put on the skin of this person. I have also got this wand of fear. I will start off the interrogation and make her feel like maybe she died and this is her retribution. Or something. Maybe she'll give us some information. If that goes south, you all come in and then we'll do our normal interrogation.
Well,
So I like the
can
plan, but my problem with this is what if she's infected with the worm right now?
Well, that's the thing I can tell you. I can cast mind reading while you're interrogating her. So whatever she's thinking, I hear.
That's actually really, yeah, you should do that. We should hide you, and then Zavid can do the initial intimidation part of the interrogation. That it might be intimidating, or it might be she might be lulled into a false sense of security, like, oh my god, my ally is back. If that, because I don't know what their relationship is, but they're wearing the same Gozray thing, so it's possible that she might interpret Zavid kind of wearing the skin or whatever as like, oh, they're back, perhaps.
Okay, well, they're not going to think that with the mouth open like that, so let me fix it.
Okay.
She's like casting prestidigitation, trying to like...
His mouth with like bobby pins. Oh.
Prestidigitation fixing. Oh, that's so gross. Such a gross mental image. I love this group.
I think bending would be good.
So
for
just
that.
a question. Gross, it would be. Are you all sleeping before doing this, or doing this now, or how's that happening?
Is she gonna be? Do we have are we pretty reliably sure that she's gonna be asleep all night too?
Yeah, you guys kicked her ass, and you have her manacled, and if you gag her, she can't use verbal components for spells. She can't use somatic because of her hands are bound, so she's got nothing.
So
just one hit point.
What? So here's my follow-up question. A long rest is 8 hours. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. Ish.
Will it still be dark out in 8 hours?
No, it'll definitely be sun up. You guys were out a long time, because remember, the day when you had the preparations for the circus, then the circus, and then you went out and found Nemmia. It's quite late. It's like 3-4 in the morning.
Okay. In that case, yeah, maybe we should rest.
My lay on hands refreshes like every 10 minutes or whatever, so I can always like slap her a little heel and get her up so you can interrogate her. If need be.
Danny also has lay on hands.
Wait for her to wake up naturally.
I mean, I'm good either way. I want to scare
her.
her.
Have spell slots or not. If you have time to prepare your spells, you can scare her even more. Plus, I don't think Danny has the spell slots for mind reading right now.
So let's take a nap.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, she definitely has the spell slots.
Well, if we're going to be doing that, then I can try to figure out a way for us to get over to the Druidic village here.
Cool.
Yeah, you kind of have contacts with that, don't you?
Well,
it might be useful.
I don't know if Cyrus or any of them will be able to help me with it, really, but I can at least look at the map and try to figure out the easiest way there.
That'll be good.
Yes, that's right. I do have a map for you. Let me pull it up. Here you go. So you are able to find that there's a bit of a footpath. You can actually kind of see it on the map. It curves going north and east, and it just touches the orchard. Do you see that?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. It follows right next to the...
Yeah, it goes above the circus tent. Yeah, that's sort of a footpath and a cart path that you can see has been well used like over time, but you can also tell that it... Well, I guess you can't tell that from here, but yeah, you do know that you see that there's a marked path on the map leading to the northeast that generally would head towards the coast.
Okay.
You know directions well enough that you know that the coast would be off to the east.
Right. And as long as that follows straight that way, that should lead us straight to the cliffs. All right.
Pretty much, yeah.
So the boogeyman, the Bloody Mary character, what's their name again?
Ilkana Alonor. I'll write it.
Ilkana
Alonor.
Ilkana Alonor. So I wanted to ask everybody else, does anybody else know, or what does Khan know about Ilkana Alonor? Like exactly specific elements of that, and cross-reference that stuff that we know with any religious knowledge or arcane knowledge or historical knowledge that we have to kind of piece together where our gaps in our knowledge are.
What Khan knew is that
local legend and probably not too much, but you can always search the memory warehouse.
Yeah, sure. What Khan knew is that Ilkana Alonor is known as the White Mother of Isker. Not the color white, the ghost white, W-I-G-H-T, like a banshee, white. The White Mother of Isker, which is kind of the country you're in. Remember, it's like the independent state next that's part of Cheliax, but not under direct Cheliax control. Mm-hmm. That's Isker. So she's known as the White Mother of Isker.
Could I make a lore check on death?
Oh, yes. That's the perfect time for that. Make it in the dice tower, please. This is in 100% the time for lore on death.
And would I get any bonus to this for my history?
I was just going to make the DC lower.
Oh, okay, cool.
So same thing, but yeah, mathematically the same.
Yeah.
So let me think. What do I want to tell you with that? Because that's a very specific lore. I feel like I shouldn't just say, you don't know anything. Because that'd be a dick move. Let me see. I mean, you rolled fine. Let me think here. What do I want to give you? You know that you've heard of her. I'll say this. You've heard that the White Mother is called that because she has put a lot of effort into expanding how many undead there are. Some necromancers, they'll raise a few skeletons to act as guards for their castle and call it good. Some necromancers raise a skeleton every day and send it out into the world and just say, do whatever you want. The crazy ones. She's closer to one of the crazy ones who just raises undead to cause chaos.
And you said different kinds, so she makes different varieties that do different things?
That is correct, yes.
Interesting.
You've heard that she can raise ghouls, banshees, and whites. That's those as far as you know. But yes, she is a necromancer.
Okay. But a mortal necromancer or like some sort of like... Nope. Yeah, almost like a Demon Prince level type of character, right?
Not quite that high, but yeah.
Something like that. Okay.
Demon Prince is a little that's a little more.
Yeah, right. But I mean not god level, right? But like somewhere
no,
almost like an Archfey or some sort of like being that's like immortal,
something
but
like
isn't.
That.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like closer to a lich, but not a lich.
Okay. Yeah. I would like... I need to find a dark, dark place away from everybody else, and I need to commune with my god on this.
Do you? I was hoping you'd say that. I happened to set up my software before this session. Good for that. Okay, so does anyone else want to do anything before we do this?
We haven't slept yet, right?
Make ourselves
unless you are currently.
I'm thinking we're going to probably interrogate her after we rest. So if you all want to rest, get your spells, your hit points, your abilities stuff back, and get ready. And that way that gives me time to get any information I can from my god and like what I know of this stuff so that we are fully prepped when she wakes up to ask questions that actually give us what we need.
Yeah, Danny's going to just go pass out. All right, good night, guys.
All right, so you find there's plenty enough hay in this barn to find yourselves a nice spot to bring some hay up into the loft, find a nice little corner, curl up. The millers have already gone back to their mill. They were very happy to be let free of this barn. So Zavid, you go into one of the cow stalls on the first floor, and how do you do this? It's been quite a while.
I'm still wearing the skin of this man. I have not taken it off. I feel like Cabrera would find that humorous, so I'm just going to keep it on. I'm going to kind of let my spider... what did I name my spider again?
Wisp.
Wisp, that's right. Wisp. I take Wisp down, and I ask Wisp to stand guard outside the door. Just, like, make sure nobody... be on this plane, like don't be ethereal, and just be visible. So if anybody goes by the door, they'll see you and they'll know that I'm there, but like you're standing guard and they won't come in. And I've also let you all know that I'm going to be kind of doing some praying or something. But yeah, basically keep a lookout. And so once I'm alone, I love Wisp. I'm going to kind of do what I did when we were at Shadow Valley, where like I sort of like kind of go into a sort of like trance state. The way I think Zavid pictures it, his closest connection that he's ever had with Kaburi was when he was about to leave the Plane of Shadows and enter the Underdark for the first time. If you remember that in my backstory, which I'm not gonna say anything about, but that was the closest he's ever felt presence-wise to his god. So every time that he tries to commune with him, he thinks back to that moment where he was in pure darkness on the threshold of two planes, where his voice was clearest.
What's up, Jake?
Oh yeah,
no, we're good. We're good now. We just had a little skip.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Oh, no worries. Essentially, like this threshold of planes in pitch dark, like is sort of how he envisions getting in contact with Kaburi, basically shutting out all other sensory information to just focus on that.
As you try to relax and you focus on the dark and the shadows, you try to go deeper and deeper, down further and further into that darkness, into that place you felt before, that cold, isolated place. And you focus and you think and you reach out. And after a while, it lulls you into a feeling of comfort and familiarity. But then you hear it and you feel it deep inside of you. Where is it? Why is it not working?
I'm just sitting there like,
dang it. This is such a pain in the ass. Hotkey. Control Shift 2. Control Shift 2. No. I hate this program so much. Why are you not working?
I hear Kaburi doing that, like in the heavens. Like, God damn
Yes. I hate that program.
How am I supposed to look scary?
How am I supposed to scare people without my voice changer? Fine, I'll just have to do it myself.
So, it seems that a druid has entered my service.
Yes, it seems so. She mentioned a name that I didn't recognize at first, but I knew her as the White Mother of... What is it? White Mother what?
Iskar?
Iskar,
yeah.
Ilkana Eleanor.
Yes, the White Mother. She has only had the gift of undeath for a century, but already she has taken much power from my domain and given it that of Shax, the Demon Lord.
She's been siphoning your power?
Not directly, but she raises in the name of the Demon Prince Shax. She attempts to corrupt the undead with demonic power. I will not have such taint on my servants.
What I have...
You can give a religion check to know what Shax is. In the Tower Place.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what he would know and what I would like kind of come up with here.
You know, you've heard the name Shax. It's one of the demon lords, very, very powerful creature. And it is very much a demon. You don't know much beyond that other than it's kind of the patron, the patron demon of psychopaths and murderers. They tend to be the only ones who worship Shax.
I kind of like to think about this servant. I'm kind of feeling almost like Nemmia and myself are both sort of like on a even authority level with our respective masters here, which is kind of interesting. And I'll say to Kaburi, demonic energies taint even undeath. That is, even in our circles, not that sort of magic is not known. How would we turn this around? How would we wrest control of these undead back?
Summoning circle must be destroyed. Also, she has a material component, a rare material component, one which I believe your companion has been searching for. The elf princess.
This component, is this on Nemmia's person? And if so, what is it?
No. It is deep below her home at the Hermitage. Ilkana has a secreted dungeon beneath the Druids. That is from there where she has released her undead armies. This material component is chained to the walls.
I see. She's using demon essence. It's a demon, isn't it?
Not quite. At least not yet.
It's immortal. Okay. I bet it's probably one of Danny's siblings then, in that case. Kaburi, I have one more question for either.
This is my Umbra man.
The undead we've seen can be tainted and corrupted by demonic influence. Can a demon be raised as a corpse?
It can. This knowledge is not common, but the tables can be turned with the correct training and power. My power.
I will look into this and we will stamp out this sect.
Do my bidding, and you will know power overwhelming.
And with that, the shadows pull back from your brain. The coldness, you know when you, in the morning, you drink coffee and you can feel it all the way down, and then it spreads in your chest. You get that feeling of warmth slowly spreading in a ball in your chest, and you come back to consciousness.
I'm like thinking to myself, like, he's an asshole, but weirdly we agree on a lot of stuff, and it's odd. It's odd to agree with someone that you kind of resent in a way, like, oh, damn it, why are we so aligned on so many things? So I get up. Is anyone still awake? Because Danny said she passed out. Is Demirius or Dirge up?
Release to see who's on watch.
Sure. Oh, looks like I am.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, Demirius is still up. Dirge, he is passed out, and Danny's also passed out.
I'll go over to Demirius.
Like Danny's curled up next to Dirge with Arwen on top.
You're just a big pile of people.
It's a cuddle puddle.
Cuddle puddle.
I think Wisp is looking at me like, can I join? I'd be like, go ahead. Just don't freak out Arwen.
Wisp crawls up and just dives on top, and it's kind of like in that old Hanna-Barbera cartoon where she kneads into Arwen's back, and you can see Arwen going,
oh yeah, with the little cat on the dog, yeah.
And then Wisp finally lays down, and Arwen goes, oh, and falls back asleep.
Hell yeah.
I also imagine with
I'm
every
gonna-
inhale, Wisp just kind of trails off a little bit, and then exhale moves back forward.
I'll walk over to Demirius as I kind of like witness that, and I'll sit next to you.
Yeah.
So, I take off the head like a hood, like I'm wearing like a kigurumi or something. I'm like,
You got some PJs on. Look at those onesies, with the feet and this stuff.
It's all right. It's Danny did some prestidigitation. The stink is kind of gone, so it should be good till the morning. But it's actually kind of comfortable, surprisingly. Yeah. Like it's like the gloves are also the shirt, you know, and it fits. Also, he kept his fingernails pretty clean for a druid, so I'm impressed with that. And as I'm moving, you can still hear the squelching and squishing of this skin.
It's like one of those really bad like raincoat hoodies.
Squelching.
I can be more serious.
So okay. I'm impressed by the skinning ability of whoever did this, but it's disturbing.
It is we're dealing with demons, Demirius. This Ilkena Eleanor is a particularly powerful necromancer. I don't know if she's undead herself or immortal in some way, but she's been doing this for, from what I understand, a century, which dates back to when these stories, I think, started. That's why Khan had heard of her. I've been made aware that this being is corrupting undead in some way using demonic energies, which I know we don't always ideologically agree following different deities, but I think we could both agree demons suck. For the most part, they're pretty bad. So even my god is not a fan of them being, them taking over his domain, essentially. And I know Sarenrae doesn't like any of it at all whatsoever. So I'm hoping if we can find the location of this druid's base, there is supposed to be some sort of underground dungeon full of undead, corrupted undead of many different sorts. That is what Ilkena is known for, is making varieties. We will have to be prepared to clean it out and find, and I look around, I believe Danny's sibling is going to be down there as well. They are using her siblings, I think, blood or some sort of flesh as a material component. And there is a possibility that the sibling might become corrupted over time if we are not careful or quick. But I don't want Danny to worry. Obviously, this would make anybody very upset. So we need to keep a clear head when we go through.
Yeah. Perhaps, I don't know if it's best to keep it from her, but I'm always ready to slay undead.
I think we should tell her. But I don't think we should tell her that her siblings being used as spell components. That might really upset her.
Yeah. Well, the best we can do is once Nemmia wakes up, we can get information from her, hopefully, and find out what's going on there. Perhaps a map from her, if we can. Figure out the location, what's the best way in and out of that. Just thinking strategically here, because I don't want to go in blind, especially if this woman's been raising undead for a century.
I believe Nemmia would probably be aware that Danny's sibling is being used in that way. Danny is planning on using mind reading during the interrogation, so I believe we might not even need to tell her. She might find out.
It'll probably come up. Yeah.
So maybe if we tell her beforehand, so that she understands that that is something she might find, it could give
her.
Yeah. It would be better than the shock of seeing an image and not understanding what she's seeing. Having context will help her, I think, process that.
Yeah, because we don't need to throw her off when we're trying to get information.
But,
all right.
I'm going to go rest. I will be preparing a lot of spells for in relation to undead and things like that. I hope that we can find and deal with this soon. But good luck on your watch.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah, we'll see you soon. Get some rest.
And then that's what I'll do. I'll go rest.
You every time you commune with Cabriri, you sleep like a baby afterwards. It takes a lot out of you. So you all do. Is anyone else doing anything on their watches, like Demarius on yours, or Jake or Dirge when you take yours?
No, I'm good.
Okay, Demarius. I think you walked away. That's fine. Okay, so hi, Con. Sorry.
Hi.
We all saw you come in.
Hello.
They were just right in the middle of a kind of a deep thing.
Yeah, I understand.
So, do we want to maybe take a quick break so that Jake can get all the windows fixed and everything?
Yeah.
Yep, that sounds good.
I'm good with that because I'm out of tea.
Yep,
So.
I'm out of tea as well. So we hope we're going to take a quick break, everybody. We hope you will come back and join us in just a few minutes, and we will see what comes when the morning comes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
See you soon, everyone.
Woo!
Some see me as a cynic. They come in for the base, but they stay for the acidic. I've been on that paper chase, keeping pace for a minute, and I'm aiming to appreciate the moment while I'm in it. Genesis, a menace on the mic, so sinister. You might get some venom from the bites I administer. Winner from the start, superstar with the finisher. I got a decent heart, but I'm hardly a minister. A bardic apprentice, I'm innocent as a lamb. Worm like I'm Dennis, I don't dare to give a damn. Firm in the philosophy, I am who I am. I'm a carbon commodity, I need to be verified on the gram. Tightrope walking the id and the superego. Lifeboat liable to fire the torpedoes. Keeping to the credo. I'm free to achieve the dream, or at the very least I can release some of my steam. Alignment is just a part of the process, and lately I've been making some progress. I'm finding the defining the balance of good and evil in people is nearly an impossible conquest. Regardless, stay CG, only way I know how to be. When I combine my child with OTIC, an outlaw like I'm Robin H. OOD. I made it through the rubble, now they got trouble with me. So we're supposed to be sophisticated. Then why is 67% of the population undereducated? Emotionally incapacitated. Historically opinionated characters end up assassinated. And that's okay with the people faking it day to day. Capitalizing on capitalism, it's pay to play. Waiting for data to make it fade away. Whether you admit it, but witnessing biological decay of the human race. We're going to a new place. I really hope it comes soon. I don't do space, two-faced, treble and bass, running the rebel base. Outpacing enemies in the interface. In your face like a zygomatic arch. I got them in lockstep, meaning my melodramatic march is effective. Albeit rather subjective. I encourage you to pursue a new perspective. Alignment is just a part of the process, and lately I've been making some progress. I'm finding the defining the balance of good and evil in people is nearly an impossible conquest. Regardless, stay CG, only way I know how to be. When I combine my child with OTIC, an outlaw like I'm Robin H. OOD. I made it through the rubble, now they got trouble with me. Since the day I was born, I've been non-conforming. I put myself in a position to make a living performing. Haters should consider this a formal warning. I've been swarming on them like a storm, I'm global warming. I'm not the one, done been through too much madness. Mastered the wrath and the sadness. You would need an atlas to match where I'm at. The fat cat put a nerdcore rap back on the map, that's Yazik. Weaving that underwater basket. Rap till I'm wrapped in a casket. Snapping I'm back on the track like I'm Matt Foley. Stay blown like a fiberglass gasket. Gassed up, I'm a maniacal minotaur. Try to hit me with your best shot, try to get me on that guest spot, but I stay in the lab, and that's where I'ma be until they put me up on the slab. It's magic. Alignment is just a part of the process, and lately I've been making some progress. I'm finding the defining the balance of good and evil, and people is nearly an impossible conquest. Regardless, stay CG, only way I know how to be. When I combine my child with OTIC, an outlaw like I'm Robin H-double-O-D. I made it through the rubble, now they got trouble with me. Life is short, do with it as you please. You're the only person that you ever have to appease, or search your weaponry by stepping in DSDs. But you gotta know that nobody gets any guarantees. Seize opportunity, embrace your development, replacing the elements, erasing irrelevance, facing the blatant display of decay and our elegance. Merrick was a man, not an elephant. Tell him on the merit of the self-reflection, minimizing any malevolent misdirection, keeping them at a downright distant disconnection, an example of natural selection. And I might be slightly erratic, ghost in the shell, I'm a light in the attic, and I'm quite the dramatic, a minute for the attention, ready to ascend and transcend dimensions. Alignment is just a part of the process, and lately I've been making some progress. I'm finding the defining the balance of good and evil, and people is nearly an impossible conquest. Regardless, stay CG, only way I know how to be. When I combine my child with OTIC, an outlaw like I'm Robin H-double-O-D. I made it through the rubble, now they got trouble with me.
Who goes there? Why you dummies always coming in my lair like you want the smoke? All these wannabe heroes underprepared for the nightmare and despair that they dare to provoke. Most folk are doing their best to avoid me. Floor full of bones of the people that annoy me. Every now and then I get a couple of daredevils with the audacity to think that they can destroy me. Good luck with that, man. I got panoramic vision, meaning that I can see in any direction with precision. If it's your decision to attack, I suggest that you come back when your plans had a bit of revision to it. Notably, you should accept defeat. Consider this your last opportunity to retreat. Repeat, that was your last chance to survive. I hope that you enjoyed your time being alive.
You foolish for ignore the warning. Now you'll be dead before the morning. You should've looked over your shoulder. You're in the eye of the beholder.
I am the tyrant, get it? I've actually been told that I'm a pretty funny guy. Wait a minute, what were we discussing? I lost my train of thought. Oh, that's right, you were just about to die. How can I forget that? It's my favorite part. The only thing left to consider is where to start. In addition to magical abilities, I'm smart. I can make your demise art. Anyway, it appears that the wizard in your party is a gnome who is worth about the same as if he would have stayed at home. I'll activate my anti-magic cone, and in a moment I'll turn him into stone. When the barbarian inevitably flies into rage, I'll disintegrate her with one of my eye rays. By the way, I haven't even begun to try. Fly by and take a bite of a fighter's thigh.
You foolish for ignore the warning. Now you'll be dead before the morning. You should've looked over your shoulder. You're in the eye of the beholder.
While the fighter attempts to collect himself, he bleeds out on the space I dismembered him in. I wouldn't waste time telling me your names. I can guarantee that nobody's ever gonna remember them. Then again, you'll be on the list of my victims at the bottom of a column of other anomalous prey. You should take a minute to reflect on the day and the last words you'll ever say. Time's up, you're the lone survivor, the last one left. And halfling rogues are admittedly deft, but you broke into my home and you've stolen my time. I'm afraid I cannot allow theft. Throw you up into the air with my telekinesis. Stinger of death to obliterate you into pieces, and that's that. Wink and a tip of the hat. That was good for my practice. Thanks for the chat.
You foolish for ignore the warning. Now you'll be dead before the morning. You should've looked over your shoulder. You're in the eye of the beholder. Yeah. You foolish for ignore the warning. Now you'll be dead before the morning. You should've looked over your shoulder. You're in the eye of the beholder.
A glass cannon is a character that can put out obscene damage very quickly, but is also incredibly frail.
I'm the one that gets it done in the clutch, so you know I never really gotta worry too much. I'm a glass cannon, glass cannon.
your objective is blatant confrontation and you hate as if greatly underestimated my station. I dominate with divination, I conquer with conjuration. I'm bonkers with evocation, I'm astonishing at abjuration. Patiently waiting for my invitation to help alleviate my already unbelievable reputation. No conversation, the brains of the operation, the pain of the population contained in a concentration of a spell slot. I got 27 in the clip, missiles emitting from my fingertips like warships. That's a handgun, damn son, shooting from the hip. Only one using telekinesis to get a grip. Cantrips waiting to be cast off. Prismatic wall, make them all blast off. Cackling my ass off, incapacitating them with laughter. Yazzik ain't the caster you wanna go after.
I'm the one that gets it done in the clutch, so you know I never really gotta worry too much. I'm a glass cannon. Glass cannon. You don't even want a dose of the smoke, so I'm recommending that you never try to provoke. A glass cannon. I'm a glass cannon.
Anyone wanting to interfere can get weird and witness your worst fears in a 30-foot sphere. I don't care if you're a barbarian or a cavalier. Kick it into high gear, let me make myself clear. The pioneer, I can make your peers disappear. Send them to the ethereal plane as if they were never here. Cheers roaring in my ears, dearly revered. I'm happy to domineer any volunteers. Sincerely out of control, top of the totem pole. My cone of cold is freezing them fire trolls whole. I got the strap, just looking to trap souls. I've been snapping my firebolt, leaving smoldering holes. It's incredibly difficult not to acknowledge me. I am a prodigy, you'll read about me in your mythology. No apologies, I'm impossible to demolish. Consider this admonishing, second guessing my polish, you bitch.
I'm the one that gets it done in the clutch, so you know I never really gotta worry too much. I'm a glass cannon. Glass cannon. You don't even want a dose of the smoke, so I'm recommending that you never try to provoke. A glass cannon. My glass cannon. I'm the one that gets it done in the clutch, so you know I never really gotta worry too much. I'm a glass cannon. Glass cannon.
The general strategy is to either destroy the enemy before being attacked, or to hide behind other, stronger ally units.
Forever feeling like second fiddle, I'm second guessing, trying to learn my lessons. I'm focused on character progression. They asking how I've been dealing with the stress and depression. I've been using music as a weapon.
This is my boomstick, I'm using it when the tension in the room stick. I'm victim on doomstick, I'm giving them something they gotta consume quick. Speaking of which, I've been spending every minute of the last 10 years of my life learning to turn my concerns and yearnings into my returns and earnings. I stay churning out the content. I've been doing my best to not get caught up in the nonsense, but we all get caught up anyway. On the real tip, that's part of the deal. Banana peel slip, that's part of the real. Anybody who wanna go on a field trip, climb aboard, I'm at the wheel. The reason that I rap, matter of fact, is wrapped up in a mental...
Hey everybody, thanks for coming back. We are back from our intermission and we've got the whole party with us. So to recap really quickly, the party has just found out a whole heck of a bunch of information about the Druid hermitage that is nearby. They are apparently corrupted by demons, so that's not great. So you're getting a night's sleep after what in our time has been, what, a month? At least maybe 2 months. So the day of the circus is finally coming to an end. All of you are sleeping very soundly. Your bodies are beat, bruised, battered, and out of energy. But morning comes, which I can actually... Oh wait, do you have the map?
Yep.
Yep, okay. For anyone who doesn't... Boop.
I will say in the morning, you'll hear Danny talking into, is it like a globe, this thing that I have?
Mm-hmm.
You'll hear Danny talking to a globe, which you'll hear the voices of Bruce and Maris.
This has happened a couple of times. Demirius and Dirge would have noticed it since she's came back from Druma. Every morning, Danny, when you guys are kind of training, doing your morning exercises, Danny's talking to a weird globe.
Yeah. It's weird. We can't hear anything from it, just her talking to it.
If you get close enough, you can hear the voices of Bruce and Lord Maris coming from it. And if you get close enough, you can see that there's, in Star Wars, the little like blue glowy holograms that are like this big in the palm. It's like that, but of Bruce. You see Bruce Mithralarm and Lord Sayora Maris back in Druma speaking to her.
Gotcha.
Once she hangs up, she's going to go over to Demirius and she's going to hug him, and she's just going to talk really fast. Thank you so much for all the stuff that you're doing back home. And they've recovered a picture of my mom, and it's really and she just hugs him. Thank you.
And since you've got the thing and you were able to see it, I want to show everybody else. Let me find it really quick. I'm proud of this, guys. So I'm going to take. I did not draw this, putting that out there right now, but I took like 8 or 9 different pictures and photoshopped them together. So I'm proud of it. So again, I did not draw this, but I'm proud of the work I did.
I threw it together and glued it.
I threw it together and I like it and I'm proud of it. So credit to whoever actually drew this. But yeah, she shows you in her little palm hologram thing that Bruce is holding a large oval wooden frame with a picture of a beautiful elf in it who has blonde curls that go down to about her shoulder. She's very fair features and she's dressed very modestly in the robes of a priestess. But she explains to you, Demirius, that in the abandoned church that all of you came up from when you came into Druma the first time from the Underdark, that church turned out to be Queen Danica's, as you found out. And you, Demirius, spearheaded the efforts to renovate the church. And beneath the statue with the broken off head was found this painting of Queen Danica, which, as far as Lord Maris knows, is only the second surviving known picture. Well, the third, I suppose, with Danny's locket, the third surviving portrait of Queen Danica. The third being in just past the bedroom of the king.
There we go. I finally loaded.
Very cool. Yeah.
Oh, good.
That's really cool. Yeah, I'll definitely just be surprised at her hugging me. It's like, oh, yeah, you're welcome. It's my pleasure and my duty. I mean, what would I didn't let that place just rot.
But you're doing a good job. And thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
I also have a grandmother that's 800 and some odd years old, and that's bonkers. She's still alive.
Right. Holy crap.
Yeah, we're going to meet her at coordination. It's great. Okay. What are we doing? Am I reading someone's mind? Let's do this.
So you can see that Nemmia is still kind of passed out on the floor. She's pretty much not moved from the spot you left her in the previous night.
So how are we going to do this?
Yeah, I think I would have pulled her into a ball, and then when we were doing watch, we just swap out in the.
Okay, I'll just put her right there.
Oh.
All right. So we want specifics on the base, how to get inside of it, I assume. Is there anything else that anyone can think of that would be pertinent to what we're going to do?
How many more druids are like this? What happened to her?
That's a good one.
Yeah, the outline. The
current goals, we don't know exactly what they're trying to do other than just corrupt.
Yeah, that too.
Why did she attack the Circus?
Yeah, that's a good one too.
That's very good.
Anything else?
Well, here's what we know. We know that she did serve Gozere, But that is not who she invoked when we stopped her. She invoked the name of the White Mother of Isker, which is a very powerful necromancer who serves a demon lord and uses undead to do so. Now, as you know, I raise undead. My god does not like people who serve others raising his undead. So this is not going to fly with him. And obviously Serenade doesn't like undead anyway. So this is bad for everybody. We need to not... I think what we need to do is not let her know that we know everything. We need to come off as though we don't know a lot. Like that, oh, we think she's... Where are the Gozray druids, right? Like, not where is your master hiding? Because we don't... If she knows that we really know a lot more than she thought we did, then that could put her master stuff in danger. And that, if she does have some sort of the demon inside of her, could make the demon come out. And then we'd have to fight that.
I think that if we're going to cause enough stress to cause a demon to pop out, that's going to happen either way during an interrogation.
Right, but if we get the information we need, lulling it into a sense of security, and then Demirius just like whacks it with radiance or something, then like that would give us the surprise we need to not get hurt and waste too many resources.
Yeah, the other issue we should bring up before we do this is Danny. We found out where one of your siblings are.
Oh, cool! So that means we can go get them real quick.
Not quite. This
no.
white lady.
I don't like that look on your face.
I don't like it either.
It's the constipated look. Why are you giving me the constipated look, Demirius?
Here. Is that better?
So sorry. Go on.
Well, it's not easy to say. I'm just trying to prepare you for it. One of your siblings is possibly being used by this white lady as components to raise undead with demonic energy or something like that, using their blood somehow. And I didn't want you to be shocked when you're digging around in this druid's head and these images come up of that.
I turned to Zavid.
This tea is very good. Yes, it seems that your sibling is captured by this cult, and that I believe your blood, your royal line, right? I think they're using that in their spells. Here's what I know. I don't know which sibling it is, but I know that they are at the bottom of this dungeon complex, and they are chained up against a wall. If Nemmia is of some similar authority with her master that I am with mine, she'll probably have seen this, and she'll probably have images of that in her mind. You might see this. You should know about that before you go digging in there.
Yeah, we wanted to prepare you so you weren't completely shocked by it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And she'll just be quiet after that.
How are you going to choose to wake up Nemmia? There have been many options. She's at 1 hit point. She's just kind of unconscious-y.
Can I kick her with a healing?
Lay on foot. Lay on kick. Yes, you may lay on foot. That's hilarious.
Bless your foot and then shove it in their face.
Yes, that's hilarious. So let's see. How many does your...
Unless Shane had a different idea.
I think having her wake up like in a dusty barn with light cracking through, some of the cracks in the ceiling and walls and stuff, kind of dust suspended in the air, and then seeing like if everybody's just sort of like out of the way for a moment and I'm just like standing there in the skin suit, I think that's pretty intimidating. I'm also got that wand of fear, so I'm going to see if we can get the info we want from that. And if that doesn't work, and she's just being like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. I mean, you would be behind with your mind reading. So whatever's racing through her mind, you're going to get. And then you can tell us later. Whatever things, like if she's like, I'm not going to say shit or whatever, I'll step back and I'll let you all figure out how to get that info out of her if she won't say anything. But I'm hoping that it'll catch her off guard and you'll see in her head the information we're looking for.
Because even if you bring something up, she might think it and not say it out loud, so you'd be able to pick up on it.
Right.
So you don't want me to kick her awake?
Okay. So I have Danny over on the other side of the wall.
Not yet. I'm going to I'll just telekinetic projectile chuck a rock at her head to wake her up.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you from that distance, I'm not going to make you roll. It does hit her in the head, and she.
I'm already casting mind reading the second she gets up.
So actually, yeah, give me or no, she needs to make a will save, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If I'm intimidating her, would she have a penalty or on that?
Yes. And I will make that. Put that into effect with that as well. Danny,
I'll roll intimidation then.
Cool. And then Danny's doing mind reading. Your DC is 25. Cool. Okay. So as soon as the rock hits her, Danny, you see just a flash of red, kind of. But then as she opens her eyes, you get a sense of fear and confusion. That's the first kind of thing you feel. Okay, so then in a couple of seconds, I'll update you. So confusion and fear is what you're feeling right at this second. So she opens her eyes and she sees you, Zavid, correct? In the skin suit?
Mm-hmm. What she sees, right? The mouth is not pinned where it needs to go. It's open and there's my smile underneath it, and then unfamiliar eyes from the eye holes that used to be this other person's staring back at her. And as a fetchling, I have like these sort of very faint yellow irises on my like white, on the whites of my eyes. So it looks a little ethereal and weird. And when she sees me, I'll say, "Good morning."
Staghelm? What is wrong with your eyes, Staghelm? Where are we?
You're where you were knocked out by that roaming band of adventurers.
Adventurer? Where? And Nemmia begins to look around and she says, "This place isn't familiar to me." She starts to kind of sit up and she goes, "Oh!" and she looks down and sees how wounded she is all over, and she flops back down to the ground and she says, "Staghelm, what happened to me? I don't remember. Where? I don't remember."
So what is Danny getting from all this?
Great question. Danny, you're getting a flood of confusion. You're getting memories and what you as an external observer can tell are false memories that are interlocking with one another. And they're all kind of flowing back and forth. You see a flash of the face of a pallid woman. You see the face of a pointy-eared male. And just then flashes of a demon popping out of a mouth. You see flashes of, there's boars and a flash of a bear. There's flashes of dogs and just animals and demons and blood, and it's just images flashing back and forth. And Zavid, you see her holding her head on the floor, going, "What? What has become of the Hermitage? What have I done?"
What indeed have you done?
And Danny, it's starting to slowly, the chaos is starting to subside as it's coming together. And you're starting to get a picture almost in order, but things are slowly a little bit out of order. You see Nemmia with her druids peacefully praying over the cliff sides to the sea. You see Nemmia taking the cart full of grain back and forth from the Hermitage into Aberton. You see and again, these are all from her perspective. You're seeing this first person. So, and you're seeing a traveler in white, the color white. And you see that Nemmia talking to this woman, and you see happiness, and you see relationship, and then you see confusion and blood and corpses. And Nemmia looks up to you and she says, "Staghelm, the Wanderer, she tricked all of us." And then she's finally looking up at you, Zavid, and she says, your eyes and your face, you are not Staghelm. What has happened to Staghelm?"
Well, this is weird. Nemmia, you do not remember what you did yesterday, did you?
No, I'm remembering things. They're coming back, but yesterday. And then Danny, you see the tent, the circus. Yes?
Go on. I'm going to say something.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You see the circus tent pop into view. And then you see back at the Hermitage, you see that white woman look angry. And then you see Nemmia back at the circus. You see her send the snakes over to Thunder. You see her sending more snakes into the bleachers. You see her charming two drunk men into starting a fight. You see her casting, summoning elemental mephits next to the river. You see her summoning fae to attack the circus folk after the fact. You see her bringing a basilisk into the rock area. And you see her running away from all of you into the barn. And then she remembers, and then you see the fight she has with all of you. And Zavid, you see her collapse, and she says, I've done these things. What have I?
Can I message Zavid?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to tell him she was tricked. She didn't mean to do any of that stuff.
Yeah, it seems like she was under some sort of mind effect, and
Well, you could have at least stepped away from the door.
I'm going to go behind her. Real quick, I'm going to go behind her, if that's okay, and I'm going to just lay on hands, whatever she has.
All right, so that's like 24 hit points, I think. It's you. A lot of the wounds start to stitch themselves back together, and she says, Thank you. I don't know what to say. What do you need to know? And then finally she sees Khan. And she looks to Khan and she says, I do not know what I can say to you. I have brought horror to your family and death. I will tell you whatever you want to know. It is the very least I can do, the barest least. So she kind of sits up now that she has a little bit of strength in her, and she says, I suppose it would best be start from the beginning. Several weeks ago, years ago, we had a traveler come in, a woman in white. She said her name was Ilkana, which I thought was strange, given the legend, but, names are names, and normally we don't allow outsiders in the Hermitage of Blessed Lightning. We keep to ourselves, but she was so charming. Everyone loved her, especially me. It's all kind of fuzzy after that, but she had us straying from the path of Gozre. Our god, the nature god of storm and sea and squall, she introduced us to this Shax and Urgathoa, beliefs of Urgathoa and Shax, the demon lord. I don't know why her thinkings made sense. Her philosophies sounded correct. We turned our back on the natural world and embraced this demon. It all seemed to go so fast. I don't know how it happened. But we started small with her magics. She's been trying to corrupt life with demonic energies to make them demons. We started small, things like rats and seagulls, anything that we could find near the Hermitage, but she's been growing in power, and we have been learning much for her. There's many horrible experiments being done in the Hermitage right now. Demons, undead, very unnatural things that do not belong in such a sacred place of nature. And Danny, you said you came around to see her at this point, right?
Yeah, I'll come around at this point.
And no, okay. And she just says, your eyes. Why have I seen your eyes? Are you still casting mind read?
Yeah.
As she's looking directly into your eyes, suddenly her eyebrows raise, and you get a flash of a somewhat almost purple-skinned elf, manacled at the wrist up against a stone wall, hair stark white, shirtless, with many symbols, tattooed, perhaps carved, maybe magically imbued upon the skin, with two long horns running back from the forehead that come to a point. It's just a flash, though, in your mind. And then it's gone.
Can I insight that?
Yes, give me a perception in the tower.
Thank you.
Did that picture load?
Yep.
Good.
Is there any similarities to Danny at all, or her family?
From the image that you just saw, let me see. Hold on, Are you probing deeper? Because that's a thing you can do.
Oh, yeah. As soon as she sees that, I'm going to probe deeper. And I'm going to tell her, fail. You owe me this. Or you, actually, not me. I'm going to point to her. You owe her this.
Okay. And she looks at you, and when you say you owe me this, she figures it out. And she understands, and she can finally, she's a powerful enough spellcaster that she can feel you probing her mind. And she goes, you are right. And she closes her eyes. And in your brain, you see a closer image. The camera kind of pans up a little bit. And you can see long elf ears that come to a point. Oh, and I need to share this again. Sorry. Different picture. Yep. There you go. And the camera kind of pans in from under. And you see, again, this chained, marked, pointed-eared but purple-skinned and horned elf chained to this wall. And as it comes in a little closer, you get another view as he opens his eyes, and you see your own eyes looking right back at you. You are sure that this person is your brother, even though the skin is wrong, the hair is wrong, and horns are very wrong. But the eyes, there's no mistaking the eyes of Queen Danica Arian.
She's going to go up front, like go to her and kind of like crouch down, looking at her eye level. Where is he?
He's below the hermitage in Ilkana's inner sanctum. There's a trap in front of the door, a large dwarven head. If you walk into that room and you are not an undead, it will kill you. Be very careful.
Can it be fooled by magic?
I am unsure. It is Ilkana's magic. I did not set it up. I have only been inside when she allowed me. I could not enter on my own.
Me and Shane literally had the same idea. Makes me so happy.
We need more information about what kind of undead traps, obstacles, security that might be down there.
Oh, the entire hermitage has taken to the worship of shacks and the blood magic. There are demons. Ilkana favors the Babau demon. Well, Shax favors the Babau demon, blood demons, because Shax is the first to create the Babau. So you will find blood demons and things that are corrupted with blood demon magic. There are ghoulish creatures, many ghouls as well, yes.
The ghouls are not corrupted necessarily, they're just summoned, though?
That is right. We've been using the corpses that we go out and find. Same to say that your ringleader was meant to be one. She has raised them into ghouls. And I believe ghasts. There are also traps of dwarven make that I do not understand.
Is there a specific area we need to watch out for these traps?
There are, yes, there's a suit of armor that it moves on its own, 2 of them in the southwest. And in the far northeast, there is also, what is that? There is a well-hidden room, a treasure room, that is, it is a distraction. There are piles of gold around a chest. The gold is not what it seems.
And then, wait, what was the armors were where?
I think it would be best.
Southwest.
Southwest. Okay.
Why is the skin purple?
Ilkana has been
skin purple,
using Eredril as a focus for her magics. She is using his royal blood to receive the blessings of Shax. Through him, he acts as a conduit. The magic is focused and enhanced and is what allows for her to corrupt the undead.
This is...
Okay.
Sorry, I'm starting to piece together because I did not see what you saw, but you're talking about Ergil, your sibling, correct?
And she's going to, yes, and she's going to turn to Zavid and just tell him everything she saw just now, and Demarius and Khan and Dirge.
Nemmia.
Yes.
We are seeking to...
This Armitage place... Oh.
There must have been some lag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This lag happened today.
I was going to say, if this this Armitage place isn't kind to newcomers, and we have Nemmia here, I think you wise to bring her with, and she can help us make our way through this place as safe as we can. As long as Khan is okay with that.
If they see me that I have failed at my mission to take out the people at the circus, I will surely be killed. Or worse. And then she looks kind of at Zavid wearing the skins.
Oh,
stag help.
I left to take it off, and then I came back. I'm still kind of gross, but I go, by the way, I didn't do that. Your friends were like that when we found them. I believe demons, and I named the demon that was known to do that. Vermlek. I think they had Vermleks in them, and they left.
Yes.
Sorry.
Ilkana does use the Vermlek as a punishment.
I see. I thought you would still be evil when you woke up, which is why I wanted to intimidate you, and I am sorry, and there was a mistake. But before we get to that...
I believe I deserved it. I clearly have much to atone for, as she looks over at Khan again, and then looks back at the floor in shame.
Takes a piece of muscle off of Zavid's shoulder.
Bit
of gristle.
Oh, you're gonna have to use magic on that. That's like deep set in there.
Yes, I slept with this on, so this is kind of bad. Look,
prestidigitation.
It's gonna take a while. And then I look at Nemmia and I say, our concern is for Eredril. Now, I do not know the nature of using a living being as a spell focus. You saw this. Would you consider this some sort of curse that he has been afflicted with? Or would you consider this some sort of magical effect that could be dispelled?
I do not understand the natures of the demonic magics that Ilkana has been using through him, but as far as I can tell, it is simply a corruption of his body. His mind is startlingly resilient. Ilkana uses many illusions and hallucinations and nightmares on him daily to keep him as subdued and non-lucid as possible, but I have seen him in rare moments where she speaks to him in a normal conversation with no enchantments, just to torment him, I suppose, in the reality of his situation, rather than the illusions that she weaves for him. But in his moments, he is surprisingly lucid.
So this is just a physical change, but not it does not affect his health or his mentality at all?
Uh-oh.
What? What uh-oh?
No, we just had a quick skip.
Okay.
Hopefully it stabilizes here. It was going really well there for a while.
Yeah, we're being pretty good for the most part today.
Come on. Don't.
Why would I say that?
No.
So.
Okay, we're good. We're good.
Okay.
All right, Nemmia. We know that we are going to have to battle our way down in there, and you said you need to atone. I think the best way to do that is to help us rescue Eredril and destroy this perversion of the natural way. I'm sure you could agree that is what this is.
Yes, it is, absolutely. Cleansing that place of the taint of Ilkana and Shax is of the utmost importance to me. Gozrays must be truly, I fear his wrath.
Who is the leader? It is the knight, the White Mother. Is she there?
She is beneath the temple, but our leader is, and I have his name. Hang on, sorry. Where? There it is. Our leader at the Hermitage is a kindly old human man named Harlock Hamdeal. He is likely in the inner sanctum of the Hermitage. He was resistant to Ilkana for most of the time we were there, but I fear what has become of him in the time since.
Now, you are a particularly powerful druid. Would you say that your ranking in the temple is high, or would you say that you are low ranked?
I am second in command under Harlock, yes.
Okay.
Now, I'm not exactly the most powerful spellcaster here, so I want to make sure that we're going in properly prepared for it. But do these blood demons and the corrupted undead, do they have any unnatural resistances that we should know about going in?
Yes, I believe that. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Yes, I do know that the demons fear the goodness. And she looks kind of up at Demirius and she says, "You, sir, appear to be one who could really frighten them."
Yep, that's my plan.
And yeah. Yes. And the babaus, the blood demons, they do have a specific resistance to acid. Their blood is somewhat acidic, so hurting them with acid is very ineffective.
I'd imagine hurting them might hurt us as well.
I
believe so.
I'm not too versed in the Umbral, but I do know that some demons have resistance to fire, so I just wanted to know that.
It is possible that there is more than just Babao influence there, but I do know that the blood demons are very resistant to acid.
I want to know if the corruptor, the White Mother, is down there. She is. How quickly would she be able to learn about a battle happening in the temple above? Is it the sound travel? Is there a good sort of relay of communication to get to her?
No, actually, her inner sanctum beneath us. It is beneath the crypt where we keep our dead. She broke through the walls when she took over, but there is a magically sealed door between the crypt and the main portion of the hermitage. It is only accessible by, well, I suppose, Ilkana and Harlock now. She took my amulet a long time ago. If you could get to Harlock, you could probably get to her, but if she would not know you were coming because no one could get into her sanctum, unless she has some sort of scrying, which I'm unaware of.
This is maybe some of the most valuable information you have given us. If she does not know that we know, and she thinks that you are incompetent and just failed, she will scry for you, I believe, because she will want to exact a punishment. I changed what I said. I think you should go elsewhere. So when the scrying happens, we are not present.
I have a small hiding spot over at an orchard that I think I could do. That's far from everyone else, and Ilkana already knows of that place. So if she sees me there, it won't be suspicious.
The fungus spider?
No, the other one where Zavid found the boar and the gnome skeleton.
I produce the bag that has the bones in it, and I say, I think you have to atone for a lot more than just for what you did to Khan.
Well, about that, I did not kill the poor apple farmer here, at least not direct. Well, I suppose I'm responsible, but there was a family of boars living on his orchard. I convinced the boars that the townsfolk were after them to make them into bacon, and especially the gnome here.
I just look at Dirge like
I'm trying to stifle a smile and failing.
I convinced.
And he's so sad.
I convinced the father boar to gore him while he was out working the field, and after he did, I had the blood necessary to mind control it and send it back to Ilkana. I do not know what became of that boar, but I do not suspect it was good.
Ah, fuck, we gotta find a demon pig now.
All right. So we know what we are working with. We have a temple above ground. We have your superior who may, at this point, is probably corrupted. if he is like you, if we knock him out and not kill him, do you believe he could be shaken free of the influence?
I believe so. He was a very strong-willed man. If he fell to the corruption, I would be surprised, but he would make a very powerful adversary.
I'd be best to track this man down then.
Right, and then as we go down and clear the caves, we should have an opportunity to rest before taking on the leader, the true leader. And we should plan for that, because we're going to be very tired and injured by the end, I believe.
I would hope not, but...
While you guys are finishing up discussing that, I'm gonna kind of come up next to Con. She's been pretty quiet throughout all this, and Dirge will lean down and go, "How exactly are you feeling about all this?"
I mean, we should probably be used to this by now, but things are much larger than I had anticipated. You know, I was almost relieved that we had cartel, but it's more. It's more.
No, it's absolutely a lot more, and it's personal. So I just want to make sure you're all right.
I'll be fine. Thank you, Dirge. She'll awkwardly try to... She can't really reach your shoulder, I don't think. So, like, pat your arm, maybe.
All right.
If you have a map, I can give you directions to the Hermitage. It is not a very far walk, but it is away from the town. We are very solitudinous. No, that is not a word. I don't know what word I'm looking for.
It is now.
We like our solitude.
Yeah.
Our isolation.
Yes.
And if you have any specific areas that Arcaden would be in, that we may find them easier, so we're not trying to search through this town with dwarven traps and demons and undead all over the place.
I've only been down to the base, Ilkana's base, a few times. I had a bed there, but she did not allow me in far too often. But I've told you as much as I can recall.
Okay, thank you.
Just beware the dwarf head. It will likely kill you if you're not careful. You will know it when you see it.
Sounds like a challenge. You doubt my abilities?
Is it like an actual dwarf head, or is it like made out of stone?
It is made of stone. It is inset in the floor.
I just thought like it was like a floating dwarf head there for a little bit.
20 feet long, 15 feet wide, stone carved, inset in the floor. It's extremely difficult to miss.
And the druid contact, what's that guy's name again?
Harlock Hamdeal is the leader of our circle.
Okay.
And as she says the leader of our circle, she kind of glances over to Dirge and she says, "You thought me as a tiger. You are a druid."
Yes, studying.
I see. You are powerful.
Well,
go with
physically, but sadly, I'm not as talented when it comes to manipulating the primal force around me.
Are you a member of a circle?
Yes, that of the phasing moon.
Oh, yes, the phasing moon. We have had your Hierophant Simus has visited us in the past. He's a bear of a man. I hope he is well. Hamdeal, as you may know from we at the Hermitage are more casters than we are close to the animals, like you of the phasing moon. Perhaps Harlock could teach you something.
Where would we find him? Is there a specific grove or area?
He would be in the innermost sanctum of the Hermitage. There is a room with a mosaic of the bottom of the sea, And there's a large double door to the west. He would be behind it, but only specific keys can open it. I sadly do not have mine.
Well, we have a con, so we're good. Oh, well, this has been fun.
I wish you the best of luck, and please rid that place of the demon.
Don't you worry about that.
We have a Demirius.
And she walks over to Khan
Finger
one more
guns.
time, and she says, I am truly sorry for the horror I've brought to your family. I do not ask your forgiveness, but I will spend the rest of my life atoning for my wrongs.
For what it's worth, I appreciate you saying that.
Thank you. And Nemmia will start to kind of hobble out of the barn if y'all let her.
Yeah. As she walks away, Khan shoots her with a crossbow.
Completely fair. All right.
Did you think it would be that easy?
They call me Khan the Bloody for a reason.
I guess I would want to ask Nemmia, are there other living followers that are still, like, that are corrupted and serving, essentially? Or is it mostly undead and demons?
I'm not sure at this point. I believe most of them are probably beyond redemption, but maybe if they are knocked out, they could be. I'm not sure. Ilkena she took a liking to me. She didn't put me under as much control as the rest. Well, she did put me under control, but I had more of my mind to me. Some of them are a little more mindless.
Okay.
All right. And with that, she will bid all of you a fond adieu, and she will go back to her hunter's blind over at the orchard.
All right.
So if there's nothing you want to do between now and then, I can just pop you over to the Hermitage, because that's basically the next stop, unless you have somewhere else you want to go first.
Yeah, no, I was going to say we're rested up, so I might as well just start heading off over there.
All right, let me put everyone here. Okay. So as you're walking away from the barn here, you're following the directions Nemmia gave you on your map. It's over to the east. You can see there's an older, well-worn path that has, wagon ruts in it and things of that, and a lot of footprints, but it seems like it hasn't been used much recently because the druids have not been, yes, Eldritch, you all get your HP back, all your spells, all that good stuff. So you find this path. It's very easy to follow, but it's clear it hasn't been taken much recently. The druids have been more isolated than usual. I mean, it takes you a few hours to walk, but eventually you can start to hear the crashing of the sea, and you can see cliff sides coming up. And as you're walking, let me see here. Yes. So you finally, after a bit, see that there is a cliffside with a small little building, two buildings inset that are just near the edge of this cliff face that sits about 50 feet above the inner sea. But it's nonetheless splashed with spray and smells very strongly of salt. Two buildings hug close to the cliff wall, as I said. One, the one on the closest to you right now, is made of stone, and it has blackened spots all over it, like round, circular, black, charred spaces all over the stone building. And there's another one to the north. It's more of a shed that's made out of wood. And did the map load for everybody?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to adjust it.
Okay. It should just be like a little sliver, right? Is that all you see? Cool.
Perfect.
Okay. So in addition to seeing those two buildings, you also, in front of the door on the left, the stone building, in front of the door, you see what appears to be a bear from where you're standing. I'm saying you all are being a little more careful, so you're looking from a distance, but you can see that there's some kind of a bear in front of that door. And in addition, a little bit north of that, you see what appears to be a large boar.
Oh, hey, there's
not mechanically. Yeah.
You have never seen Danny so sad in her entire fucking life when she sees this.
And the bear is not moving around, but the boar is kind of pacing back and forth in front of this building here.
Shall we go and say hello?
Go kill the demon boar. Dirge.
All right, we want to roll some initiatives, or you have a moment if you want to cast some buffs, because these are clearly guards. All of you have seen enough guards, like mindless guards, to know that these are guards.
I accidentally closed my map. If you could restore that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. 1 second.
I'm sorry.
These are mindless guards, you said?
As far as you're aware. At least the bear is not moving. It's just standing there, and the boar is just pacing back and forth in front of the shed over here.
Do they look undead?
The bear absolutely does.
Cool. I'm gonna kind of take a look at this bear, kind of like judge how strong it might be.
If you want to give me a religion check, I'll give you some information. That's just a recall knowledge in the tower, please. That's just a recall knowledge check. So, depending on what you roll, I'll let you know some stuff. Okay. Basically, what do you want to know? You rolled really, really high.
I would like to know if the creature's level is higher than that of a ghast.
Yes.
Do I get the impression that this thing is much higher than a ghast, or like just above a ghast?
Let me check. Pretty stronger than a ghast, yeah. I'll just give it to you. This is creature level 6.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's a little outside my power to take control of it. So, yeah. I'm gonna let everybody know that like that bear is kind of tough. It's gonna take a while to take it down. Don't get bit because it can give you ghoul fever.
Oh yeah, that's another thing you do know. It is clearly a ghoul. Yeah, I'll give you that as well with your roll.
I also hovered my mouse over. It's a ghoul bear. I'm like, okay,
that's fair.
That tells me everything I need to know.
With your roll, you know it is definitely a ghoul.
Do we want to fight it? Do we want to try to get past it? As there's more important things in that place than these two right now.
Yeah.
They're guarding the doors is the problem.
Yeah, that's the problem, is they're guarding the door.
Now, is this the door that has the undead filter, or is that deeper in?
That's deeper in.
Okay.
Not
that's
far.
Like the inner...
It's not far in, but yes, it's inside.
So we can cause a quick distraction, run in, close the door behind us, and deal with them when we come back. That's just my interpretation, but I will do what you want.
I mean, if you guys feel like you can slip in, that's fine. I can be a pretty decent distraction if you guys want to try to get in. The problem is getting me in afterwards.
Yeah. Well,
so yeah, how are we going to do this then?
I'm just going to prepare for killing this thing, because...
Yeah, it's probably not going to be as easy as slipping in, but if we can do it, I'm all for it.
Unless you or Zavi can talk to the thing and tell it to get the hell out of here, I don't think we have many options.
You know, I left my charm undead wand at home. Sorry.
I mean, I could try talking to the boar, and maybe it might work.
Have the boar gore the bear.
Boar gore.
Yeah, start a kaiju battle.
So what's the plan?
I'm good to go if everyone else is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then let's have everybody roll initiative then.
Did you want to try?
Just to get orders.
Yeah. Danny, you gonna try talking to the boar?
Ooh, that was a really good. I'll do what everyone else wants to do. That's what I'll say.
Well, I mean, that's what you want to try to do. You're more than welcome to. I mean, if we can avoid a fight, that would be great.
I look to Zavid. Do you think that you can try to get the bear out of the way?
The problem is it's very powerful, but it is also mindless. It would be attracted to something alive. So something would have to be bait.
All right. So we don't have much of a choice.
And also, Shane, you might want to heal yourself up before we start this off.
Oh yeah, everyone should have
sorry,
all their points
I'm
back.
still selecting spells because I'm like,
oh boy,
I got all this information and now we're like here and I'm like, okay, hold on.
I got you.
And I'm trying to
There you
figure
go.
out where everything is.
I got you.
Thank you.
You know, she's gonna try speaking to the boar.
All right.
Because it's gonna turn into a fight anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Might as well.
So what do you say to the boar?
Hey, dear little fella.
And it immediately looks over to you.
We come in peace. Don't wanna hurt you. I don't think you have a family.
Peace. It starts to pot the ground.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
This is not working. This is not working.
Right.
And with that, since it is first in the initiative, so it is going to do what is called boar charge, and it's going to make 2 actions to stride twice.
I didn't roll initiative yet. Whoops.
Oh, 4, 5, 6. Wait, where are you, Dan? Oh, you're way over there. So it's going to try to come to. Are you on Arwen?
No, I'm not on R1.
Okay.
I'm next to R1 though.
It's gonna try to get up next to you, but it can't quite get to you. So it is going to attack Dirge with that. It's a +2.
Oh.
No. So you need to make me a reflex save, Dirge. DC 19.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not an attack. Ooh, wow, really good. Okay, so that was a 30. You critically succeed. So you just jump out of this thing's way. And then it gets another attack, but it's at this. So it's going to try goring at you since it missed. Didn't like that. And miss. Okay, great.
Funny how that works.
Con, that puts you up first. No, next.
Let's see.
And as this thing got closer to you, I will let all of you know that it appears to have like really red eyes, and its tusks are slowly dripping blood, even though it hasn't attacked anything. There's just blood consistently coming out of these tusks.
Yeah. The
Metal.
plan was to not engage with the bear, right? We were just going to leave it be?
For now, yeah, I think it's best if we try to kill this boar and then
Yeah,
move to
as
the
long
bear.
as it doesn't
Yeah,
charge
all right,
us.
all right. Well, let's see. The boar moved first in initiative, so I don't get, it's not automatically
That's right.
flat-footed. Could I use my tumble through
Absolutely.
ability to like give it flat-footed for at least one attack?
Most definitely. Give me an acrobatics public. And what is that against? It's fortitude or something?
Reflex
Reflex?
save, I believe.
Okay, so it's against its reflex DC, which is 22. So you're looking for a 22 acrobatics.
Easy.
Yeah, that should be no problem for you.
Yeah. Big money, no whammies.
23, just enough.
Oh man.
So you can place yourself up there, so in flanking position with whomever you'd like. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. And now let me give it flat-footed. That's right. Effects. Flat-footed on the board. Okay, you're good.
All right. Then I'm going to make 2 attacks. Only one of them will get sneak attack because tumble through gives it flat-footed to my next attack that turn.
Okay.
All right.
Nice. Okay, so that works. But actually, since you're flanking with it now, so it's flat-footed anyway. So.
Oh, I thought since it was like a big creature.
No. I mean, you still did it, but now that you're flanking it with Dirge, it is still flat-footed. So your second one, so go ahead and roll your damage, and if you hit again, it will also get sneak attack.
All right.
Nice.
Ouch. Wow. Okay, actually, it is going to use its reaction because you successfully hit the blood boar with a strike. The blood boar, as you slash with your sword, some blood sprays out and splashes on you. It's always con. It's always
con.
It splashes out at you, and you need to make me a DC 25 reflex save.
Blood for the blood mouse.
Yes. Skulls for her skull throne. 28. That is a save, but not a critical. So you are going to take 1d6 acid damage as this blood splashes. Ooh, nice. Max damage. So you have 6. As this demonic black, like burning blood splashes on you and starts to sizzle on you. Okay. Now you can have your next attack. That was just its reaction.
Squeak and surprise.
It's always con.
It's always con. And a miss.
That is a miss. Yes, so that's your whole turn. So it's Danny up next.
Okay. Going to give one action to Arwen, or not one action, but give an action to Arwen so she can do something.
Yep, she can have 2 actions.
Control click. Did I do it? No?
No, you're targeting it.
Am I targeting?
Mm-hmm. You were, now you're not.
Okay.
So close.
There you go. Now you go.
Cool. And she's going to go for 2 attacks.
Okay. With what weapon? What are you attacking it with?
First with her claws.
Oh, Arwen, right. Okay. That's definitely a hit. Let me see if that's a crit. Hang on. What is its AC? 25? No, that's just a regular hit.
Okay. And there's damage.
Okay.
And then she's going to go for a Jaws.
All right.
Is that going to be at second or the first one?
Second.
Okay.
So it looks like because Arwen isn't the one that's targeting it, the attacks aren't going through onto it, so it's going to have to be done.
I did it manually. It's
okay,
fine.
just making sure.
But yeah, that one, the second one is definitely a miss. So you, Danny, still have 2 more actions.
Okay. I'm going to do my lingering thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so give me a performance check. I never have the DC ready. Difficulty class is your level 7. So you're looking for a 23. 21. So you do not lose the focus point, but your song will only last for 1 round. So everyone gets a +1 to their attack and damage for 1 round.
All right.
And they get 1 more action.
Sweet.
Oh.
I get another action?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, because you did 1 action to give Arwen 2 actions, 1 action to cast Inspire Courage, and now you have a 3rd action.
Okay. Short bow.
Okay. So go ahead and shoot. It is currently your target. And that'll be at your first.
Cool. Come on now. Roll.
There it goes. Miss. Okay, so that is a miss. That's the end of your turn. The Ghoul Bear, it is his turn.
I want to change the color of these dice.
It is actually going to, let's see, how far away are you? Yeah, it just stands there, looking out towards the sea.
Haha, we didn't pull it.
Mm-hmm. Dirge, you are up.
Sweet. I have all these actions now.
Yeah, you didn't have to move.
Did you cast your other thing?
No,
Or are
I
you
didn't,
saving
because
it?
I
Okay.
want to save that just in case
Yeah.
if something big happens.
Absolutely.
But, you know, I can totally target and then do a flurry of horns.
Yeah, you can. See what happens. And it already used its reaction, so it's not going to blood splatter you.
I don't like those
That's a
rolls.
hit and a miss. All right, but the first one hits.
Okay.
Got some horns and damage incoming. You gore into this thing as it was trying to attack you. And I think you have 2 more actions.
I have 3 more because of the Inspire, right?
No, it's not an extra. Oh, wait, it's a +1 to attack and damage, not extra actions.
Would a 20 have hit then?
A 20, I don't think so. No, it's a 25 AC, but it did do 1 extra damage, so I'll add that.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll hop in here and I'll just mentally do a +1.
Yeah. You just put it in the modifier down the bottom left.
Oh yeah.
Just to the left of your D20, yeah. Just click that, hit 1, and then roll your attack. And then if you hit, put another 1 in there and roll that damage.
Oh, that's not working. Weird. I'll just do that manually and I'll change it back later. Okay. So let's see, that was horns, so 2 more attacks here. Or you know what? Let's try an intimidation first. I'm gonna stomp my hoof into the ground after hitting it and goring it and try to do an intimidation on it.
All right. I know the DC. You're looking for a 26. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
23, sorry, 23.
Doable.
Not quite. It looks at you and it goes.
Take this last horn. God damn it.
Nope, not an 8. And an 18 would miss, so that is the end of Dirge's turn. Demirius, you're up.
All right. I will attempt to intimidate it as well. Oh, well, that was 4.
It doesn't give a shit about you. It is focused on that bull.
All right.
Bloodborne don't give a shit. Bloodborne don't care.
Bloodborne don't care.
Might evil on it.
Okay, that just gives you a bonus. So click.
Yeah.
Let's see here. It's been a while, so let's see how this works. Smite evil. Click the hourglass. Now, click the little man on the far left.
Yep.
Just the top one, not the second one.
Okay.
Yeah. There you go. Now you should have the bonus. So +2. Yep, 4 good damage versus anything that is weak to it.
All right, sweet. And then we'll drop an attack on it. All right.
Yikes. Okay, look at that. So notice that your Smite Evil does 4 good damage, right?
Yeah.
But notice you did 20 damage and it did 30 damage. This thing is weak to good damage. So every time you hit it, even if you do 1 good damage, it's going to take 6 additional damage.
All right.
So,
and then if it doesn't attack me, it continues to take that, right?
No, you just keep your buff round to round.
Okay.
Yeah. So the Demirius, how do you describe your buff of Smite Evil? What do they see when you kind of power that up?
I suppose it's like a concentration because I have the pole arm. Like I'll pull it back, and it's like almost like a course of like positive energy comes through me into my hands, and like as I thrust the Fauchard, it like basically like shoots out like a missile, like as I hit it.
Yeah, and you all see this just fiery light slash into this boar, and it goes. It clearly took that hurt it quite a lot. I think you still have 1 action.
Nope. Intimidate.
Intimidate. That's right.
And then smite evil, and then
smite.
Yep.
Okay,
Attack.
so Zavid is up. But you said you have to take off. Is that correct?
Yeah. There's something I got to take care of.
Sure
I'm going to
thing.
send you a list of what I have.
I see them. Actually, I've got your list right here, and these are all the prepared.
I'm in a PDF. I'm going to just snap a pic and then send it to you so you know what because I it's hard to prepare stuff in fantasy because I still haven't gotten the hang of that yet. But here I'm going to just snip this and send it your way.
Okay.
There we go. Aha, save. Spell list. To the desktop. To the wall.
Wall of text.
And then, let's see. Can I? There it is. Sent successfully. What Zavid would do in this scenario, seeing kind of everybody fighting this boar, he would not be in front of the boar. So I don't think the boar gets like attacks of opportunity. Doesn't seem like it. So I think he would just sort of like back up. And he would just use a cantrip to try to like maybe knock it out. Telekinetic projectile, for example, might work.
Sounds great. So let's not dirge. Target the boar. I can do that for you if you'd like, unless you want to roll it.
I'll roll it.
All right,
do
go
this,
for
and then I gotta go. Let's see.
Sure. I have it targeted for you, and it's not flat-footed to use. Let me take that off real quick. Sorry. Where's flat-footed? There it is. Okay, it's off. You're good. Ooh, that's a big ol' miss. So you pick up a rock from here and you lob it, and it just sails over this boar's head into the sea.
I'm gonna trust my companions will be able to handle this for now, but I'm gonna conserve my spells at the moment.
Okay, great. So that's the end of your turn. So, yes, there we go. So from where you're standing, you kind of hear something shaking underneath your feet. And behind Khan, you see popping up from the ground the biggest ant you've ever seen in your life.
Oh.
But what you notice is that it has a large stem coming out of its head.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Bye, folks.
Bye. Have a good one.
Sure.
Later. Okay. And it is going to do what it is called emit spores. So everyone within a 15-foot cone, which is Khan, Arwen, and Dirge, needs to make me a fortitude save. You're looking for a DC of 26.
Oh, does somebody say fortitude?
Fortitude. Yeah. Khan, Arwen, and Dirge.
Just them? Or was it a frontal cone?
Hey.
Yes, it was a cone, yes. So it missed you. But so Arwen critically succeeds. Dirge, you regular succeed. Khan fails though. So Dirge,
oh no,
you succeed.
Not a very hearty mouse.
Yeah.
Dexterous, but not hardy.
So Khan, you're gonna take 2d6 poison damage.
Yelch.
So 9, and you're stupefied. So you take 9, so that's 15. And give me these.
Wow,
that's stupefied.
Ooh,
Yeah, there you are. Stupefied. Perfect.
And what does that do as a condition?
Yes, it's a condition. Let me see here. What does that do? Stupefied. You take a status penalty equal to the value, so 1, to your intelligence, wisdom, and charisma-based checks and DCs, including will saving throws, spell attack rolls, spell DCs, and skill checks that use these ability scores. Anytime you attempt to cast a spell while stupefied, the spell is disrupted unless you succeed at a flat check with a DC of equal to 5 plus your stupefied value. So it's worse for casters, but it's still not great.
It's just
Knife isn't a spell. I'll be fine.
Exactly. I cast fist.
And that lasts a day. So...
Whoa, okay, that's
all day?
A lot worse.
All day, yes. So that was just 2 actions. It's going to also attack Khan because you're flat-footed to it. So where is this?
Alfred.
So it's going to take mandibles on you. And it's going to miss. Okay, it's the end of its turn. That makes it top of the round then. So that makes it the Bloodboar's turn. It didn't like any of what just happened, so especially with Demirius. So it's going to, ignoring Khan and Dirge entirely, move over to here. And it's going to use what's called Grievous Strike, which is, what is that again?
So it pulls out 4 lightsabers.
Grievous Strike. There we go. Okay, so if it hits, it just does more damage. So it's going to do a Grievous Tusk Strike at you, Demirius. Yes, hits. Okay, so
be
it's
happy
going to
about
do
that.
2d8 plus 7 piercing plus 1d6 evil damage plus 2d6 damage of more piercing because of the... Oh, and you are frightened too. So you take an additional 11 damage, Demirius. So that puts you at 28, and you are now frightened too.
That's a spicy boar.
How does that affect me then?
2, it makes you easy, or it makes it harder for you to hit things. It takes a lot of your stuff down. So
Okay.
you're frightened 2.
Yeah, I want to bump that up one more time.
Yep, there we go. Let me give you the exact thing for frightened.
No problem. I'm sure it'll adjust it for the rolls and stuff in Fantasy Grounds.
Yeah, it'll do it automatically. But just so you're aware, what frightened does is you take 2 minus to all of your checks and DCs. Yeah.
All right.
And every time, every round at the end of your turn, it goes down by 1. So that's the end of the boar's turn, the blood boar. Now, okay.
Oh no.
Again, next to Zavid and Demirius, you hear some rumbling from beneath, and another one of these spore-laden fungal ants appears and does emit spores in a 15-foot cone at Demirius and Zavid. So both of them, please give me a fortitude save. DC 25, I think it was.
It seems that we have opened the anthill.
And Zavid, I'll get...
Roll like dirt here.
Damn! Demirius critically fails, and Zavid just regular fails. So this is fun. Purple. So purple pox it's called purple pox, is what all of you have. So Zavid takes 2d6 poison damage. So he's going to take 7, and he's stupefied. But the fun one is that Demirius critically failed his check. That's so much fun for me. So you're going to take
I bet
6d6 poison damage. 4, 5, 6. 16. I rolled real bad. So another 16 on top of that is 44. And you are stupefied 3. In addition, I was so hoping this would happen. Stupefied 3.
It was bound to happen in one of these encounters.
It was.
Oh yeah.
Yes. So yeah. You'll notice it'll come about on your turn. That's the end of the ant's turn. So that brings us back to Khan.
Back in fighting form.
So many
Do
bodies.
Dirge and Arwen look like they have a handle on the boar?
Yes, the boar looks very badly hurt. Oh no, did we lose her?
Uh-oh.
No. Of course.
Death.
Oh, I just heard her word. What?
We hear you.
We hear
Yes.
you. You're back. Yay. Okay, so we didn't hear any of that. What are you doing?
We're in the home stretch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to attack the ant.
Okay. If you move directly north of it, you'll be flanking with Demirius. Oh no, did we lose her again?
No. I also completely forgot to fix the cameras after Shane left. There we go.
Then yeah, I'm just gonna.
Okay, great. So
Okay.
you go to there. I made it
I'm gonna
flat-footed
stab.
for
There
you.
we go. There we go.
There you go. I made
She's
it
so
flat-footed
sneaky.
for
She
you.
just keeps on popping in and out.
Yeah.
All right. Give it. Oh, here it comes, maybe. That die is doing its own thing. There we go. 29. That is a hit. Okay. Dice, dice, dice. Oh, it's so laggy. Okay, good. Did some pretty solid damage on that. Fantastic. Still have one action left.
Well.
Oh, we can kind of hear you.
Yay. Okay.
It's so bad.
Big shocker. I'm gonna stab again.
Yeah.
Do it.
Oh, that's a big old miss. Okay, that's the end of Khan's turn. That brings it to Danny. This boar looks
I got
really
spores
bad.
in my eyes.
Oh no.
Okay, let's see. I'm gonna look around at the party. How bad is everyone looking?
Demirius has taken a big beating.
I'm like half health now. Everyone else, I think, is fine. I'm just like,
Okay. All right. Well, then I'm going to give one of my actions to Arwen, and I'm gonna let her do the thing.
Okay, 1 second. I need to make the boar flat-footed for her. There you go.
Thank you. Thank you. We're gonna go for a claw.
Mm-hmm. That's a miss.
And then we're gonna go for a bite.
Okay.
The bite is at second, right?
Yeah. Oh, that was so close. It was one off. I'll say this: if you want to use one of your actions to do your song, I'll let it'll hit.
Oh yeah, I thought my song was already up.
It ended at the beginning of this turn.
Okay, yeah.
So if you'll spend the action again, yeah, that'll hit. So go ahead and roll the damage on it.
Okay, for the claw or the bite?
The claw. Or no, the jaws. Sorry, the second one.
Okay.
The second one. It just hit because of your song. So there we go. 9 damage. Didn't do it on that, but I can put that here. So that's okay. And you have one more action.
Okay, I'm seeing how much is a heal.
I know your lay on hands is. You're not within range of lay on hands. Right?
Yeah, I'm not. Within
all
range.
your other heals are 2 actions, so you don't have the action economy for it.
Yeah, plus I want to try to save as much as I can. Okay, I'm gonna just move this way, so that way on maybe the next round I'll just tap you on the shoulder.
Cool. Then that's the end of your turn. The ghoul bear still does not seem interested in you. He is standing guard at the door. Dirge puts you up.
All right. I have reach, so
You do.
I'm gonna smack a boar.
Do it, and it is still flat-footed because of Khan and Demirius.
Hell yeah! All right, and horn attack.
Oh yeah, a crit and a regular. So I'll tell you flat out that crit's going to kill it. So go ahead and roll your damage. I think your bonus is going to kill it. Yeah, yeah. You manage to when it turns around to attack Demirius, you see your opening and you just put your horns and just snap its spine, and the acidic blood starts to slowly ooze out from it. And
you say that was just a single attack then instead of a flurry?
Yes. Yeah, sure, that's fine. But it's going to use its reaction to remain at 1 hit point.
Oh, well, then the flurry would have gone off anyway.
So it will. So you can go ahead and do the damage for the second one.
All right.
It doesn't know that you're flurrying. That kills it. Okay, so you still have 2 actions.
Yep.
I'll move the boar.
All right. Step on it. Move over.
And is that the end, or do you have 1 action left?
I got 1 action left here.
Okay, let me take flat-footed off this thing because it is not flat-footed to you. There you go.
Yep. All right. And well, That's +6 to. I don't know what the armor class of these things are. So yeah,
That
we'll
is
just do an
correct.
attack.
Okay.
I thought about trying an intimidation here, but yeah, that's a miss.
Okay, that's a miss. All right, that's the end of your turn. Puts it up to Demirius. It is flat-footed use. Let me give it back.
All right, and then because it's a new target, I can refresh the Smite Evil then.
That's correct.
All right, now I'll put it on the target that I'm flat-footing with Con.
Okay.
And then just slap it with a couple of attacks here.
Give it a good buttering.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's one attack. Shazam. All right, so you do notice that it doesn't hurt this nearly as much as it hurt the boar, but the smite damage does go through.
All right. Let's try to get these things killed.
It's another hit.
Oh shit! All right.
Yeah, that one hit.
Quicker than I thought.
Nice.
It's flat-footed. That's the only reason you hit.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's barely standing up on its two. It's 6 legs
Right.
at this point, but it is still. I forgot they have 6, not 2.
All
Yeah,
right.
it's barely
That's it for
standing
me.
up, but it's still there. Okay, that's the end of you. Zavita's up. I'm just going to have him try to finish that thing off with a telekinetic projectile. So
Be a good idea.
This thing, not. Yep, that. So here. There we go. It's a critical miss. Okay, but he also wants to get away from this thing, so he's going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 over there. That's Zavit's turn. Now it is this ant. It doesn't like the situation it's in, so it is going to attack Khan because she's little. So mandibles. Yeah, hit. So it does this damage. Okay, it does 14 damage to you, Khan. It's going to use its second action to grab you. You don't get a save, and it's going to start walking. 5, 10,
Just
15,
dragging you
20,
away.
25 to here.
Literally
Yes.
just picks
It's
you up.
dragging her towards the cliff.
Just like
That
your
is the end of the
suitcase
ant's
just
turn.
picks you up and takes you away.
Not again.
Bloodboar is dead. That makes it this ant's turn. It's going to go over to Demirius, 1, and it's going to attempt to attack you. It can't do much now that it's used its emit spores. Oh, unless I crit. It's damage. It does 23 damage. It's going to use its second action to grab you, but and it's going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 to there and drag you to there. It is an extremely strong ant, but that's the end of its turn. Khan, you're up. You are grappled by this thing on the edge of a cliff.
Ooh.
You can attempt acrobatics to escape, or you can try to kill it with an attack, whatever you want. Oh no! We're so close.
We can see the finish.
You're back. Yes.
Close. We've got to do it.
Let's
You're
go.
there.
Okay,
You're there.
I'm gonna stab. Let that
Okay.
be my dying wish.
Stab.
No matter what happens.
Okay, do it.
Yeah.
Here it comes.
Hit.
It hit. A 4 hit.
We
So go ahead and do your damage. And it dies as it's got you in its mandibles, and you just slip your knife behind the plate of its neck and pop its head off. But as it dies, it pops into a cloud of spores. And so, you are both already. Yes, I need you to make me another DC 24 Fortitude throw, Khan.
What a dick.
What an asshole.
21, that's a fail. So you go to stage 2, and you have purple pox. So you take 6d6 poison damage.
Oh no!
So you take 18 more damage. So that's
47,
and you are stupefied 3 for a day. Stupefied here, and then change it to 3.
These are some really nasty ants. Jeez.
Yeah. On that note, I will have to go. I do need to have lunch.
Of course,
but
of
I had
course.
a lot of fun.
We did, of course, we had a great time.
Yeah.
We'll finish this up in the next couple of minutes, and then we'll be done.
Nice. See y'all later.
Bye.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Okay, so that's
Oh,
the end of
geez,
Khan's
everyone's
turn.
so big.
Oh no! So Khan did one attack there. So her second attack or action is going to move to here. Third, she's going to attack this thing. So I can get that for her. Right there. Nope, that should be flat-footed. Let me give it that. Boop. Oh well, she hit it anyway. So deal some damage. And it has hurt. She's hurt it. That puts it down to Danny, but it is not dead.
Okay. Let's see. Who am I attacking now?
That ant. Here, I'll remove the others from the board. Boar's dead. Fungal ant's dead. Oh, not that one. Shit. Well, let's just call it this one, and I'll give it the same hit points. It had.
Okay.
I'm just gonna turn off cams here.
There we go. That's fine.
Since we're just about over anyway. Sorry,
Sure,
everyone.
that's fine.
Okay. Well, let's see. Give an action to Arwen.
Mm-hmm.
Let's have her move over here.
Great. Then she can have one more attack.
And am I targeting?
Yep.
Okay. And we're gonna go for Jaws. That should hit.
There we go. Yep, that hit. 28. Go ahead and drop the damage on it. Okay, not quite enough to take it out, but it is looking real bad. And you have 2 actions left, Danny.
Does it have the +1?
Yeah, no, because you didn't recast it. Unless you want to recast it.
It's fine. We're almost done.
Okay.
2 arrow attacks to it.
Yeah, sure. All right, go for it. It's looking pretty bad, but it's still trying its best to pull Demirius to the side of this cliff with him in its mandibles. It's dragging you by the thigh.
No.
Oh god, that's hilarious. Okay.
That will hit, yes. It's not quite enough, but it does pierce into it. And you have one more attack, I think.
Yep. That's not gonna hit.
That one's not gonna hit. No. That's the end. Danny. The bear does nothing. Dirge, you're up. This thing's looking bad, like badsy.
Okay.
Funny thing is, if you'd done your song, the extra damage would have taken it out.
Oh no!
Instead of that crit miss, if you'd have done your song, it would have been enough.
Okay.
And of course, the kill always goes to Dirge, as per usual.
I'm gonna scream out to Dirge, "Dirge, kill it!"
You've got range, so you can hit from there. It's flat-footed. Do what you want.
I think I'm just gonna lay down real quick. No, I'm gonna flurry of horns. All right.
It's trying to take our paladin.
Help!
Okay. Yeah,
How's
double
that?
crits. That'll do.
How's that to end it?
That's a good way to end it.
So stomps it into nothing.
Except how's this for a good way to end it? Demirius, Arwen, Khan, and Dirge all need to make me another DC 25 Fortitude save as this ant explodes into a cloud of spores.
Even when I'm standing that far away from it?
You're within 10 feet. Yes.
Damn.
Okay,
let me have some fun here and roll my damage die before I cry internally.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, Fortitude.
Jesus.
27.
88. Good job. Okay, yeah, you killed it.
That's overkill, Dirge. You just need to stop on it.
Demirius saves, so you don't get any worse. Barely. Danny, you save, so you don't get it either.
Fortitude.
Yep, Fortitude. Khan barely saves. And Dirge, you definitely save. So none of you get worse with your pox. However, I think, what is it, 2 of you have the purple pox now, which is not great. 3 of you. Zavid has stupefied 1. I think 2 of you are at stupefied 3, if I'm not mistaken. Yes?
Yeah,
Con and Demarius? Yes,
yeah,
that's not
I,
great.
I critically failed the blast.
Okay, so that's super fun. This is where we're going to stop. You have defeated the blood boar and the fungal ants outside of the Hermitage of Blessed Lightning. You still have a large ghoul bear standing guard in front, and who knows what else inside.
I feel like this could have been a lot worse if we had that ghoul bear in there.
Yes, if you'd have pulled the ghoul bear, it would have been significantly worse. So this is where we'll pick up next time. You'll have a chance to heal since you didn't pull the ghoul bear, which is great. This was a fun one. Glad everyone could join us. Is there anything anyone wants to plug before we take off?
I'm okay for right now.
All right.
Yeah, I think we're good.
All right, fantastic. We hope everyone will join us either next week or the week after. I'm not sure if we're off next week. I know Ash will not be here, but not sure about the rest. We'll see. But hopefully we'll be back next week. If not, it'll be the week after. And we hope you will join with us. So have a wonderful week, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Some see me as a cynic. They come in for the base, but they stay for the acidic. I've been on that paper chase, keeping pace for a minute, and I'm aiming to appreciate the moment while I'm in it. Genesis a menace on the mic, so sinister. You might get some venom from the bites I administer. Winner from the start, superstar with the finisher. I got a decent heart, but I'm hardly a minister. A bardic apprentice, I'm innocent as a lamb. Worm like I'm Dennis, I don't dare to give a damn. Firm in the philosophy, I am who I am. I'm a carbon commodity, I need to be verified on the gram. Tightrope walking the it and the superego. Lifeboat liable to fire the torpedoes. Keeping to the credo, I'm free to achieve the dream, or at the very least I can release some of my steam. Alignment is just a part of the process, and lately I've been making some progress. I'm finding the defining the balance of good and evil and people is nearly an impossible conquest. Regardless, stay CG, only way I know how to be. When I combine my child with OTIC, an outlaw like I'm Robin H-double-O-D. I made it through the rubble, now they got trouble with me. So we're supposed to be sophisticated, then why is 67% of the population undereducated? Emotionally incapacitated, historically opinionated characters end up assassinated. And that's okay with the people faking it day to day, capitalizing on capitalism. It's pay to play, waiting for data to make it fade away. Whether you admit it, but witnessing biological decay of the human race. We're going to a new place. I really hope it comes soon. I don't do space, two-faced, trembling bass, running the rebel base, outpacing enemies in the interface. In your face like a zygomatic arch. I got them in lockstep, meaning my melodramatic march is effective, albeit rather subjective. I encourage you to pursue a new perspective. Alignment is just a part of the process, and lately I've been making some progress. I'm finding the defining the balance of good and evil and people is nearly an impossible conquest. Regardless, stay CG, only way I know how to be. When I combine my child with OTIC, an outlaw like I'm Robin H-double-O-D. I made it through the rubble, now they got trouble with me. Since the day I was born, I've been non-conforming. I put myself in a position to make a living performing. Haters should consider this a formal warning. I've been swarming on them like a storm, I'm global warming. I'm not the one, done been through too much madness. Mastered the wrath and the sadness. You would need an atlas to match where I'm at. The fat cat put a nerdcore rap back on the map, that's Yazik. Weaving that underwater basket. Rap till I'm wrapped in a casket. Snapping I'm back on the track like I'm Matt Foley. Stay blown like a fiberglass gasket. Gassed up, I'm a maniacal minotaur. Try to hit me with your best shot, minotaur. Try to get me on that guest spot, but I stay in the lab, and that's where I'ma be until they put me up on the slab. It's magic. Alignment is just a part of the process, and lately I've been making some progress. I'm finding the defining the balance of good and evil and people is nearly an impossible conquest. Regardless, stay CG, only way I know how to be. When I combine my child with OTIC, an outlaw like I'm Robin H-double-O-D. I made it through the rubble, now they got trouble with me. Life is short, do it as you please. You're the only person that you ever have to appease. Or search your weaponry by stepping in DSDs. But you gotta know that nobody gets any guarantees. Seize opportunity, embrace your development. Replacing the elements, erasing irrelevance. Facing the blatant display of decay and our elegance. Merrick was a man, not an elephant. Sell him on the merit of the self-reflection. Minimize any malevolent misdirection. Keeping them at a downright distant disconnection. An example of natural selection. And and I might be slightly erratic. Ghost in the shell, I'm a light in the attic, and I'm quite the dramatic. I'm in it for the attention, ready to ascend and transcend dimensions. Alignment is just a part of the process, and lately I've been making some progress.